Oh, spring. Spring is a magical and fantastic time of the year. The weather starts to heat up, the flowers are starting to bloom, the birds and the bees are floating around, everybody wears their warmer clothing, and it's time for more outdoor activities. Also, spring is the time for snow. Hey, what's cracking YouTube? I'm Brandon. Welcome to DaVinci's Alchemist, your blue-collar guide for drinking well and stinking pretty. And yes, it is the middle of April and it's snowing. This weather's pretty gnarly. I just got back from Mexico, 88 degrees all day, and now it's barely 34. Not your usual stuff for the Pacific Northwest. Now in the spring, we all like to wear those greener, those lighter, those more citrus-based fragrances, starting to feel a little bit more fresh and out there. Regardless of today's weather, I want to talk about something that I like to bring into a good spring rotation, which is tea-based fragrances. I have 6 of them for you today. Before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much for stopping by, watching this video. I really appreciate you guys. Without further ado, let's get started. The first tea-based fragrance I'm going to bring to your attention is a little bit on the darker side, so kind of fits with this weather. Russian tea from Masque Milano, as I said, is a little bit on the darker side. It's more of a black tea note. Blends up with some raspberry and some mint. Really is a little bit more bold. Those elements combined almost give it a slight leather texture in the background, but as far as I know, there's no leather in this. Very beautiful, beautiful fragrance from Masque Milano. A little bit more robust Russian tea, number 1. Now, when the weather actually does start to get better, sometimes you like to go out and have brunch with your friends. Sunday Brunch from Kierin, NYC. Great company, sustainability-based, natural compositions, relatively simple fragrance, citrus, lemon, bergamot, kind of a nice Earl Grey feel. A little bit bubbly, reminds you of mimosas, well, at least it reminds me of mimosas. Uplifts your spirits. Great representation for tea-based fragrances. Sunday Brunch from Kierin, NYC. All those beautiful flowers, the birds chirping, puts me in a nice meditative state. So will this next fragrance on the list. Geisha Ocha is a very soft pink sort of a tea. Jasmine petals, a little bit of greenness. Of course, a nice touch of citrus in the beginning. A really great fragrance to wear when you're feeling light, feeling airy, contemplative, and even at times deeply meditative. Geisha Ocha from Aroma M. If you are a lover of fig-based fragrances, check this one out. Nicolai Perfumes Fig Tea. Citrus, like drinking green tea with a little bit of orange zest. Some buttery biscuits smothered with fig jam. One of the more greener fragrances on this list. Really combines 2 of my spring and summer favorites, fig and tea. This is really great for transitioning into the hotter summer months. Not too heavy, but definitely does stick around. Fig tea from Nicolai Perfumes. One of the more well-knowns on this list. We're getting close to the end. Wulong cha from Nishane. The bergamot really hits you in the beginning with a nice little bit of mandarin. The tea notes are very soft, very subtle. There is actually just a wee bit of fig that I detect in this, held all together with a nice musky base. This is an absolutely beautiful stand-up representation of tea in fragrances. I cannot say enough good things about this. A banger from Nishane, in my opinion, Wulong cha. sixth and final fragrance on this list, and also my favorite. When I first tried Macaque from Zoologist, I instantly fell in love with it. It was very different for me at the time when I first experienced it, because I have not, at that point, spent very much time with lighter fragrances. I was more into kind of the deeper, darker, but Macaque is just so beautiful. Green apple, cedar, the kind of cedar that you get inside of like a sake house in some of their the rooms that they do the fermentation in. It has quite a bit of depth. Obviously the tea's in there. There's some light citruses, some beautiful florals. I don't know that there's any way to actually translate cherry blossom into, you know, direct oils, but this has an accord of that, at least to my nose, so that when I smell this, it really just makes me envision these beautiful cherry blossom trees. Again, my absolute favorite from this list, something that I wear every season, from Zoologist, Macaque. Even though the cold weather is still stuck around here, I know it's gonna start getting brighter, warmer, and I hope that these 6 fragrances will maybe bring you some good ideas, some new suggestions. Tea in fragrance for the springtime is absolutely perfect. In my opinion, it works so well, always brings a smile to my face. I hope that these ones can bring a smile to your face. I really appreciate you guys sticking around to the end of the video. If you haven't subscribed, please do so now. Hit the thumbs up for the like. I really hope that everybody is staying warm this spring season, and I hope that you're taking care of yourselves and each other. No matter what you're doing, no matter where you're going, don't forget to keep calm, stay pretty. I'll see you in the next one.
Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Day we hustle, but the night we know that they ride or die. I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side.